Hi, I'm Jenny from the block. Oh dear, I don't know what to say. I've been through some hell and back, shall I say, and this is something that I wanted to do to get over or get through, and wanted to help, even if it's one person, to get through abuse, sexual abuse. 3 years ago, I walked into a police station and said, I've had enough in my head. I need to get this out. So it took 3 years, 2 court cases, and even though he got found not guilty, it made me live. Yeah. So, okay, shake it off. That's all I do. I'm not crying because I'm crying because I'm finally, it's finished and I'm through it. But shake it off, Jen. So, you can talk about it. You won't get over it, but you get through it. Even if you talk to one person and you say, I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Today I'm going back to Harrow after 40 odd years, where unfortunately I was abused by the neighbour. Before that I was physically abused by my father, me and my sisters and brother. So today is closure. Oh, we're back, Jem. Inkler Road, 40 odd years. Last time we left here, it was on the back of Grandad's truck.
Yep.
Yeah, and crying. Now we're coming back, smiling. Hit one for the team. Let's go. Yep. Come on. This is what we used to do. Grab a bit, peel it,
And hold it like a flower.
and or shred it, and then throw it at Jen. Yeah, see? Bully then, bully now.
It's a muddy alley. This is where we would run through to go to the shops. Also a place where I'm standing where I was sexually abused. I'm not ashamed because it weren't my fault. I was a kid. Just needed to close that chapter because I'm fed up of it, you know. It's a bush. If only things were different, but it ain't, but it can be. But when I walk out of it, yeah, that's it now. That's it. It's over. It's good. I'm not frightened of this muddy alley anymore. I'm so strong, and I'm glad and proud of who I am today. And it's done now.
This weren't here. None of these was here. This was an allotment. So all this was all open. Here's our park. This weren't here. So you could just jump over the wall. That school wasn't there. The music's changed as well since we had none of that. We had all like Frank Sinatra and Diana Ross and Motown. There's that green. This was one of the places where we would run through from the park. Got abused in that hedge. There, in there. There used to be more of a hedge here. Wonder why they knocked it down. I think coming back to Harrow is a good thing for me because I think sometimes you have to address things. You have to address what's wrong and going back, yeah, it is bad that I've had to look at things and think, oh, you know, bad things happen there. But so many good things. Like talking about friends in the playground, the fun we did have in the house and in the street, and British Bulldog and running up and down here. Like this was like a never-ending alley. But it's not actually, it's only because we were little, it just looked never-ending. But yeah, it's therapy and it's very good. I think you should always go back and try and put the lid on it, or turn a different page. And I think that's what I've done, is turned a different page. I think you should sometimes stand in front and face your fears, because it's the fears that actually make you not succeed in things in life. And I've got loads of things I want to do. This is somewhere where it's not a nightmare no more. It's not a looking over your shoulder no more. It's a moving on. This is the house we grew up in. There was my mum, my dad, my brother, and I had 3 other sisters.
I'm one.
We had some good times in there, but then it became a little bit horrible, a bit nasty, where our dad would beat our mum. In the 70s, then they divorced, and when he left, we breathed. And then, but it didn't last very long, because then a neighbour came in and sexually abused me and my sisters. So then the haunting carried on, and it went on for a couple of years. So we came back today to basically just say, we're big, yeah, we can still play on the lamp and hold on to it, but nothing's going to make us
get up it.
No, well, if you can get on my back if you want, nothing's going to make us crumble like it did when we left.
It was just bricks and mortar to me, and come with abuse, physically, mentally, and sadly I ended up thinking that was a normal life, and chose that normal life for myself right up until I was 40. Domestic violence, whatever I went through it. And then I decided one day, I'm better than this. And here I am today, as a mum, a nan. I'm proud to say that I had a good mum, and she instilled a lot of good in me to stand here today and say, it's just bricks and mortar, Bill, that's all it is. And when I walk out of here, I'm going to walk out as I did many years ago. That there ain't nothing here for me to ever come back for. So I don't hold any happy memories for this house at all.
That house it's good because it makes me feel happy and it makes me feel angry, but there's so many things that's happened good in there, where my sisters, my brothers, my mum, my friends. So coming back here today, as much as I'm smiling and I'm thinking, yes, I'm big, and I'm leaning up against the lamppost when I was half the size of this, it literally got me to a stage where the mental state got too bad, the anxiety, the depression, the secrets, because they're the worst. They're the worst that you could ever keep, and that was the biggest secret of my life, was keeping that secret from my mum as well as anybody else.
We're survivors, Jen.
I've come back today after 40 odd years to stop thinking about the way that I was years and years ago. If I could knock on the door and say, this is me, you know, I would, because I feel free.
That's it, Jen, you've done it.